He wasn't that fast away. Neither two was half it. And as happened at Epsom, Nahani is certainly towards the rear of the field in the very early stages. Green team is the one who's keeping company at the back of the field early, and they had a coming together. Meanwhile, at the head of affairs, it is Al Kareem, who scoots off to a lead of 2.5 lengths in the early stages. Baltic Bird is racing in second. Then Lit Up and Very Keen is Ruler Legend to the inside in third place. Perfect Alibi is racing in fourth. Then Half It, who's made up for that step slow beginning. He has now taken fifth place. He races on the inside rail alongside Perfect Alibi, and 3 deep is Zachariah as they make the run down the hill. Another one lit up is Emotion, the filly with the white blaze, racing in midfield alongside Eldarov, who's in front of Anchorage as they go now down towards Swinley Bottom. Typewriter is in the last 3. Nahani is also towards the rear of the field, and having got a bump going into the first turn, it is Green Team who's at the back of the field. He spots the leader 10 lengths as they go towards halfway in the Group 2. Queen's Vase, the leader is Clifford Lee and Al Kareem, an easy and uncontested lead which has opened up now to 6 clear lengths. Baltic Bird will go into the turn, racing in second. Around the outside, Zechariah has now taken third. Ruler Legend against the inside rail has raced keenly to halfway and is in fourth. To the outside, Perfect Alibi is in fifth as they now turn to make the run up the hill. To the inside is Half It, who's racing just better than midfield. In advance of Emotion and Eldarov, the yellow, towards the inside rail. Anchorage is next to the field with less than 6 furlongs to go. Nahani is still towards the rear of the field together with Typewriter, and still in the cheap seats at the back is Green Team as they continue to rise, and now they're entering the final 4.5 furlongs. The lead is still 7 lengths for Al Kareem over Baltic Bird in second place. Zechariah on the outside of Ruler Legend in third and fourth. Ryan Moore has switched Anchorage out wide to try and make a move, but he has been hustled along to do so, and still Al Kareem is going really well in front. He's making the turn with just over 3 furlongs to go. Al Kareem, but now he's being reeled in by Zechariah around the outside of Baltic Bird, and these are then being followed by Half It, who's now beginning to stay on. Just came into the lap of Eldarov. Towards the outside is Anchorage. The Royal Runner Perfect Alibi is trying to pick up, but it's Colin Keane and Zechariah who now have the lead as they go inside the final furlong and a half. Zechariah drifting towards the inside rail. Staying on is Half It now in pursuit in second. On the outside, Eldarov is also eating up ground. A half furlong to go. Zechariah needs the line. Eldarov is flying on the outside. It is too close to call. On the inside, Zechariah. On the near side, Eldarov. Between those two was Half It, and they pull clear of Al Kareem. Is it the horse who needed the line, or the deep closer on the outside? It's Eldarov who might just get there. Very close. He got his head in front, but has the head started to come back just as the line came? This really is on the bob. The numbers here for Eldarov, 9 Zachariah, Half It only just in behind them. This is a case of Eldarov got his head in front with a yard to go, but his head was coming up as the line hit. Too close to call.
Initially on the exchanges, Eldarov was very short. Now 1-3, having seen that replay. 2-5 now, having seen the replay again. The punters. Who do you think's got it, Jason?
Just very, very good. He was in front at stride before the line. The bob is going with the horse on the inside, and I think he's just managed to hold on, hasn't he?
I think the inside one. I think the inside one. I think.
You think insides now?
Inside, Zachariah.
So you think Zachariah?
Yes.
Jason Weaver thinks Eldarov.
I wanted to be the third, but it quite clearly wasn't.
I'll go dead heat then. I'll go dead heat.
He had his head down on the line. As I said, young Egan had his head up, down, but just on the line. I think Colin Keane just forced his horse's head down again.
So Eldarov gets in front here.
Yes.
And then Colin Keane gets a last thrust on the far side on Zechariah. Has he got back up?
Could be a dead heat. Could be a dead heat. Could be a dead heat.
Must be agonising, that last uphill. You talked about it yesterday, the climb to the line for Colin Keane. That must have gone on forever.
You usually know. You usually know, but sometimes you're just hoping,
And the horse down at the...
Colin Keane, Jason, just said to Ollie, I don't know.
I can tell you James Doyle has got off half it down the bottom as he finally pulled him up to turn around and come back. I'm hoping it was just a tack adjustment rather than some sort of problem, but Luke did mention that he was being a bit sluggish behind the gates beforehand.
When it goes on this long, the longer it goes on,
You accept
the more chance of a dead heat. You're saying, I'll take half the cake now.
He didn't mind the ground, that's for sure, Eldarov. Pulled wide in the straight, making ground.
Strange race. The pacemaker set off. Colin Keane was the first one to attack, and it looked like he was home and hose, but the last 150 yards here is a long way. He was getting lonely in front, and they did come home. They did come home very strong. The
multiple champion jockey in Ireland, setting the bar very, very high, Colin Keane. The youngster coming through, David Egan. Two really, really good riders going at it.
Yes, and Colin Keane, he needs to be here this week. He does not need to be home in Ireland anymore, trying to win another championship. He is the champion back home. He's the guy everybody wants to be like in Ireland, but he needs to come here now. He needs to get the exposure on the international scene, but he is top class jockey.
This is a big moment for the Meads. With Freddie on the licence now, it would be huge for the father and son combination, with David Egan looking anxious. There is number 4, if you're on the favourite Eldarov you want called. Number 9, Zechariah for the Meads, and Colin Keane.
Again,
riding.
For those as well.
It's fine, I'm hearing.
Here is the result. Photo finish for first place. First, number 4, Eldarov.
It's Roger Varian and David Egan who've won it by a whisker, with Eldarov. For KHK Racing, who we heard before the race were worried about the ground, he got there, Ollie.
And that was an almighty cheer. It's still going on for the winning jockey, David Egan. You can see that meant an awful lot to him. That was a nervy wait for you, wasn't it, David?
Honestly, I've never hit the line so strong in a Mile and 6 race and end up by the St James's Palace stand. Honestly, he was full of running, doing a nice gallop, everything worked out well, just delighted to get his head in front, and it's all down to this man, my sponsor, KHK, Sheikh Khalid. Obviously his brother, His Highness Sheikh Nasser, had a winner with Holly yesterday, Archie Watson's 2-year-old, but Sheikh Khalid is a man who, from the beginning, he started having race horses. He said he wanted a stallion. He wanted to make a stallion, and to win a race like that, I think he's done that. So I'm just over the moon for him.
Did it go according to plan for you?
Yeah, I was happy to sit mid-div. I was actually hoping I'd be able to sit one off the rail, but I was very lucky to be able to follow the Godolphin horse in front of me that was going well. Switched out, and it was just a case of winding this lad up. I was happy he ran in this race and not the mile and a half, because stamina seems to be his biggest attribute, but he's ran well there on quick ground, but we always thought he was an ease in the ground horse, so there's a lot more to come.
We'll continue giving him a shower. He's earned it. Well done, David.
Got a shower as well, so I might come in over.
High fives all around. Well done, guys.
Well done.
One for Bahrain, this, with the horse named after that fighter, Eldar.